All in the wrist, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, car on the wrist. All in the wrist, watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for them that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on, 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, get in the weight room.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Okay,
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Move. Alert.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Check. Watch 54. Right here.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Go! Ready! Mike 54! Mike 54! So we got man!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Let's go!
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
180! Watch the slap! Tie right! Hey, word! 40! Joker!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
180! Hey, 18! Check 45 to Mike! Don't let him breathe! Play that tight deep! Don't let him breathe, defense! Kill!
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Looking for and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check 52. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Under 10. Switch.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tighten up. Pull together.
No score after one on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Wall, get wall.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Check the...
Hey, Charlie.
On first down, it's Evans. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check, 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 check. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Smooth. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, here we go. Twist, twist, twist. Check 9, check 9.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Ready?
First throw now for the backup lock. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check 3, check 3.
Ready?
On first down. It's Evans, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Break.
58, 58, Mike. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Get up.
58 is the Mike. 58 is the Mike. Coming.
Shoot.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 36 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Hey!
Watch out.
Tight dog.
Shift. Check 50.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Cohen. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Get him, boy!
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
54 Mike. Man, I got you.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one caught by Ridley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got a seal. 6 man.
He'll look to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 24, check 24.
General West.
Check 3, check 3.
Step.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Exit, exit. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Let him know, let him know.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Patch it, patch it.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Go. Shoot.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. This is caught. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ready,
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Check right, check right. Shoot.
They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Championship, baby. Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, orbit. Let's go.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. He finds an opening past the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm about to take you to school. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 31. Check 31.
Quickly into the hands of Patterson. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This quarterback now, a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
At the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Rip left, rip left.
Block working out of the gun. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You raced on him, Travis.
Slam, 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 slam. Check, 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 43.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
50, plant. X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
I'm here all day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 29.
This is the fullback, Janovich. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Back, back, back.
Ready?
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Big air, big air, big air. Slam, slam. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen taking it in. as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Shotgun snap to Lock. And that will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 9. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Sponge. No. You go tight. You got tight right there. Alert 3. Kill.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Right here. Get it.
And an nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
60-or.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check tight. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, exit. Let's get some penetration. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Come on. You better bring it.
Watch the safety creep. Check, hot route. Hot.
Ready.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
You think you're going to get this?
Mike 9.
Switch up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, watch it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. 58, come on.
Hey, nice 7. Let's go.
58, boys. Let's go.
Lock to throw. They complete it to Hill. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
He's checking. Crash. Out. Defense.
To throw is locked. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A game of 15. First down, Broncos.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
See.